not wrestling tonight. I had that list here somewhere. And again, with guys' teams on both sides and the girls' teams, we'll get to that. But we're going to start out with the ladies' matches first. And if you want me to, I'll give you
absolutely.
What we have for a lineup here for the ladies. It'll be leading things off Lily Vesperman for the Flying Arrows. Her opponent will be Kennedy Bachman. Olivia Ball will be wrestling the second match against Mackenzie Bachman. And then Rocky Vinson and Kashai Louise and Rihanna Dollar. The 5 matches that will be going before a JV match, and that JV match is Aiden Spurgeon, and then we go into the boys varsity, and then after that, Amelia Johnson will wrestle, and then Olivia Ball will have a second match then too. So a lot of wrestling tonight.
Yep, and of course, as I mentioned earlier, we now things squared away on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel, so you can listen in and watch the action. Just go to YouTube, search Queen Bee Radio Sports, and you should be able to see us live on our channel. Give it a like and a subscribe. Make sure that you get the notifications of any of our high school sports broadcasts that we have on our airwaves. As Chuck brought you our Fuller's Booker Center starters. See Fuller's complete hygiene line and options for your brand new dairy setup or existing parlor remodel. Fuller's at Lancaster, Richland Center, and at Fuller'sBookerCenter.com. And again, the injury report brought to you by Russell Offices. If you've been injured, contact Russell Offices. Their experienced team of personal injury lawyers will fight for your rights to help you get the compensation you deserve. Visit RussellLaw.wi.com. We'll take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll bring you the first match. We have 5 girls matches to get things started. We'll bring you the first match coming up after this. Lancaster at MFL MarMac in a high school wrestling dual meet. Our Grant Regional Health Center and People Staping coverage of high school wrestling presented by Wolf Construction and Myers Heating and Cooling continues after this on 97.7 Country, WGLR, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
Peterson Agency's clients choose Hastings Mutual as their insurance company because Hastings Mutual is stable and progressive, just like the Peterson Agency. Contact the Peterson Agency today to discuss your insurance needs, whether it's for your farm, home, car, or business. They'll design a program especially for your protection. The Peterson Agency in Argyle and Hastings Mutual Insurance, because proper insurance protection is important.
Partner with Fuller's Booker Center and GIA for your next milking system. From the Dairy Pro Q robotic rotary parlor to the Dairy Robot R9500 robotic box milking system, you select the best fit for your operation. With GIA, you can also choose from market-leading conventional parlors, fully equipped with automated accessories. Contact Fuller's Booker Center, LLC, your local GIA dealer in Lancaster and Richland Center to start building your dream milking facility.
24/7, 365. Myers Heating and Cooling is your trusted residential heating and cooling system service provider. Join Myers Comfort Club for peace of mind throughout the year and around the clock. Myers Heating and Cooling in Lancaster. Don't worry, we got this.
For residential, commercial, or ag building projects, call on Wolf Construction, LLC of Lancaster. Todd Wolf and his crew pride themselves providing full service for their customers at the highest of quality. Wolf Construction, LLC of Lancaster, proud to back our local athletes.
Delicious wishes from Culver's. For a limited time, buy $40 in Culver's gift cards and get a free value basket. That's a gift for someone on your list and a gift for yourself. Enjoy a world-famous butter burger like the Culver's Deluxe with real Wisconsin cheese, mayonnaise, lettuce, pickle, and tomato. Take care of holiday shopping and relax with a meal at Culver's. Buy $40 in gift cards and get a free value basket at Culver's in Dubuque, Galena, and Platteville. Pre-match 2.
Raleigh Cheese pre-match show wrapping up from Monona, Iowa, getting ready for Lancaster at MFL MarMac in tonight's high school wrestling dual meet. Tyler Dictanis and Chuck Rasmussen with you from the Wolf Construction broadcast booth. Our Raleigh Cheese pre-match show presented by Raleigh Cheese at the intersection of Highways 11 and 23 in the heart of Lafayette County. Don't forget the cheese as the lights go out. And if they do have the national anthem, we'll bring that to you live. And we will have 5 girls matchups to begin our wrestling action here this evening,
MFL MarMac Community School District.
followed by 1 JV match, and then we head into the varsity action, and we'll bring you as much of the girls and varsity action as we can from MFL MarMac High School here in Monona. Wrestling tonight, brought to you by Clear Bank with their 8 locations in Southwest Wisconsin, probably supporting our area's high school sports teams. Clear Bank, where they say we can do that, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender. And here's tonight's national anthem from MFL MarMac High School. Excellent national anthem performance by the MFL MarMac Choir to begin our festivities here from Monona, Iowa. Tyler Dictanis and Chuck Rasmussen with you from the Wolf Construction broadcast booth, 97.7 Country, WGLR FM Lancaster, also video streaming on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Now, looks like we're going to jump right in to the wrestling action here, Chuck.
That's great. Can I use that?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, thank you. All right, then you may have heard, we're going to jump right into action right away. And again, we're going to start with 5 lady matches. This is going to be Lily Vesperman for the Flying Arrows, and her opponent is going to be Kennedy Bachman. MFL has wrestled a fair amount of matches already. Bachman comes in with a record of 11-6. In Iowa, a little farther ahead when it comes to ladies wrestling than Wisconsin. Ladies are tied up right into the middle of the mat. Bachman with an underhook on Vesperman, trying to reach to the chin now and drop, and she's close to getting the takedown and has Vesperman's back towards the mat. Looking to come up with a half Nelson is Bachman. Close to coming up with the fall. We're just a half minute into this match. We do not have weight classes, and there's the fall for Bachman in the time of 40 seconds. Great experience for these ladies. We're going to go to the second match.
Next up at 125 is Mackenzie Bachman, MFL MarMac, and Olivia Ball.
And it will be Olivia Ball for the Flying Arrows, and her opponent is Mackenzie Bachman. Bachman with a record of 13-5 on the season, and they push out of bounds. Olivia Ball, a state qualifier last year for Wisconsin and the Flying Arrows. There's a nice high crotch by Bachman. Switches to a double, trying to lift. Ball with a cross face, trying to get her hips down. Does a nice job now getting her hips to the mat. Fighting this takedown attempt off by Bachman. Trying to come around to the side now. A Ball with a chin, and now reaches to the far knee. Not able to get it, and they're nearing the out of bounds. Ball with both feet in bounds, and their opponent goes out. And back to the center with 1:14. The uniforms, I don't know if I wasn't listening real well, if you did the colors of the match here already.
Not yet, but let's do it.
All right, go ahead.
Colors of the match brought to you by Cuba City Family Dental, Keeler Family Dental, and coming soon Darlington Family Dental. 3 convenient locations to serve your dental needs.
All right, from a high crotch to a double leg again is Bachman on ball. Ball now with the whizzer attempt. Still no takedown yet for either wrestler. Ball with the left arm around the now upper shoulders of Bachman. Bachman with that whizzer. Under 30 seconds remaining first period. Now Bachman lets go of that and reaches for the head. A nice job by Ball to roll on through. She'll get the 2 takedown. And trying to come up with a pinning combination is Olivia Ball. Working into a chest crusher, but not going to be able to get it. We'll go to the second period. Ball with a 2-0 advantage.
Wrestling tonight on 97.7 Country, brought to you by Herms's Ace Hardware and Home Center in Bloomington. See the pros for assistance with your next ag commercial or residential project. Herms's Ace Hardware and Home Center in Bloomington, family owned since 1942.
Second period will start neutral. Again, no weight classes given to us for these ladies. They have the spotlight like what we have there at Lancaster, so we were not prepared for that, and it makes it a little more difficult to keep a book. Ball with an underhook with the left hand. Looking for a snap down. Now they're both with an over and under. Bachman trying to step through and trip, but not able to get it. Nearing the 1 minute mark of the second period. Olivia Ball with a 2-0 advantage. Once again, Ball trying to work with her snap down. As the snap down needs to come around or get that far knee. Looking for the far knee, and will go out of bounds before the takedown is awarded. Back to the center, 46.4, second period. Ball into underhooks. Still trying to work those underhooks. Has got the head of Bachman underneath her. Still on their feet though. Another snap down attempt by Ball. There's a snap down spin, and Ball with the takedown with just a few seconds remaining in the period. And it's now 4-0.
Wrestling tonight also brought to you by H&M Plumbing, Heating, and Electrical, serving you in Fenimore, Lancaster, and Boscobel. Always on call, always the right call. H&M Plumbing, Heating, and Electrical, serving Southwest Wisconsin 24/7 since 1958.
Third period, Bachman will choose the down position. And she sits out, Ball follows, but she's going to be penalized for locked hands. Wrestling continues for a couple seconds, and Bachman will be awarded the penalty point. 1:37, third period. 4-1 is our match score. Olivia Ball with the advantage over Mackenzie Bachman. Good tight waist by Ball. Right arm around the waist. Now there's a sit out, followed again. She's got to be careful. She's actually touching the hands. She able to get away with it. Official not able to get around to see. And we're down to 1:15, third period. Warning stalling on Olivia. We're under a minute. Ball with a 4-1 lead. Has her left leg hooked in on the left leg of Bachman. Has now Bachman flattened to her belly. Bachman trying to get back up to all fours. 30 seconds. Okay, they penalize Olivia for stalling. We're under 10 seconds. Ball. And that will be our final score. Well, I took the signal on either that or they got on the board 5-1, so they awarded one of those points for stalling against Bachman to Ball. So 5-1, we'll go with what's on the scoreboard.
Speaking of the scoreboard, our shoebox scoreboard presented by the Shoebox in Black Earth, the largest independent shoe store in the Midwest. Also tonight on Queen Bee Radio over on ESPN Radio AM 5090 WPVL. Southwestern is at Galena in girls basketball, and coming up around 7 o'clock in Extreme 107.1, Fenimore taking on Darlington in small boys basketball. And we'll start our third match in girls wrestling. Chuck, take it away.
All right, it'll be Rocky Vincent for the Flying Arrows and Bailey Wood for MFL. Again, the singlets so much alike. I like the MFL one with the stars on their back too, kind of neat looking. Vincent pummeling in, trying to get inside position now with a right hand collar tie. Decides to let go of that. Wood's going to get warned for stalling here pretty quick. She's backing up. Fair amount. And out of bounds. That was a warning stalling on Wood. Minute 15, first period. Vincent go underneath, and a good counter here by Wood. Vincent able to get her head back out. Looking to go to a double leg, needs to change her level. Right into the center of the mat. With 45 seconds remaining first period, no score. Rocky Vincent for the Flying Arrows, Bailey Wood for MFL. And Vincent able to drive right through, but take down out of bounds, so they'll go back to the center with 25 seconds on the clock in the first period. No score. Now Vincent in with a double, turns the corner, and Shields going to get herself a takedown. Working off on the right-hand side. And the buzzer sounds 2-0 after one.
Tim Slack Auction and Realty, whether buying or selling, call Tim, Kathy, Chase, and their staff today. Tim Slack Auction and Realty in Lancaster and Fenimore.
I'll let you cover things for just a second. I'm going to take off my sweater here. Warm up here.
Girls moving to the 9 o'clock position and now move back to the center circle.
All right,
moving
thank you,
towards
sir.
the 3 o'clock, now moving towards the 12 o'clock, and they're going to go out of bounds.
Vincent, the aggressor in this match. There's another warning, and there. And this was a warning stalling on Wood, I'm sure, and that should be. Vincent in on another double, and they're going to go out of bounds, back to the center at 1:22. Snap down attempt by Wood, and she's trying to get behind. He's right behind. Not been awarded the 2 yet. Vincent able to come up to her feet, and they're back neutral. Good charge there by Vincent, but not able to get the takedown as they went out of bounds. There's another attempt. There's a point going to be given to Vincent for stalling. Making it 3-0. Vincent works in again. Vincent back in on a nice double, and she's going to get the takedown. Nice drive through. Go out of bounds with 26.6 on the clock in the second period. Vincent up by a score of 5-0. Lancaster's ladies coach, Lizzie Dressler, used to be Lizzie Austin before she got married. Lizzie, the first female sectional qualifier for the Flying Arrows. Tight waist arm chop by Vincent. Another stalling, yep. Going to be another point, making the score 6-0.
Heading into the third period. Wrestling tonight brought to you by Anderson Weber Toyota in Dubuque, powering our audio stream on WGLR.com and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Anderson Weber Toyota, when you are ready.
We'll see the conditioning here on Vincent as they move on. She's been really working hard here in the first 2 periods. Quickly up to her feet. Locked hands as showed. She's still working. Vincent's going to get the escape and a penalty point. And out of bounds. I believe the score is 8. They've got 7 on the board. There's a snap down and a takedown for Benson. I believe it's 10-0. They got 9 on the board. Benson now working off to the left-hand side of Wood. Rocky has been very aggressive this whole match. Looking good. There's another penalty for stalling. This time it's a 2-point penalty. Another penalty for stalling on Wood, and she will be disqualified. Vincent trying to come up with a pinning combination, close to getting to the 45-degree mark. Not able to break it. "35 seconds, third period." Half from the knees on the near side, the left-hand side. Now switching to the right-hand side with a half Nelson. 10 seconds remaining. She's met near fall criteria, getting out of position. She'll get a 2 near fall and give up the reversal. But a nice match for Rocky Vincent. She ends up with a 11-2 decision.
Another girls match coming up here. Our wrestling tonight brought to you by Community First Bank. For you in the communities where you live, work, and play, experience for yourself the difference at Community First Bank, CFBank.com, member FDIC.
And for MFL MarMac, Haley Baker.
Match number 4 of the ladies here of the 5. Kashyla Wiest, the Flying Arrows, and her opponent will be Kaylee Baker. And Baker with a record of 7-6. Tied up ear to ear. Wiest trying to gain inside position. Not able to do so though. Tumbling in, and they push away. Just tied up again, ear to ear on just circling.
Not a whole lot happening. They're just
No,
tied up and
no.
just dancing around the outer part of the circle
Well,
here.
and they've got their forearms on the shoulders. There's a shot attempt now by Baker. She's in on it. Sprawling is Wiest. Reaching back to an ankle, trying to lift it and come around. Wiest close to getting in and out. She's going to get the takedown. End of the first period, Wiest with a 2-0 advantage.
Wrestling tonight brought to you by Majestic View Dairy of Lancaster. From the farm to your fridge, they produce milk for delicious and nutritious beverages and foods. Learn more at Majestic View Classroom on Facebook.
Baker will start the second period in the down position. There's a grabby roll attempt, and successful is Kayla Baker. We're tied at 2. Wiest belly, chest, chin on the mat, trying to get her hips up. To her left-hand side is Baker. We're 2-2 at the 45-second mark of the second period, and we got a warning stalling on Wiest. Wiest up to all fours. Is that arm chop by Baker? Ten seconds. We'll go to the third period, tied at 2.
Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school wrestling presented by Wolf Construction and Myers Heating and Cooling. MFL MarMac taking on Lancaster in interstate wrestling this evening. We go into the third period in this girls matchup, tied at 2 apiece.
Baker in the down position to start this third period. Again, we're tied at 2. Kashila Wiest, Kaylee Baker. Wiest looking on to the left-hand side of Baker. There's a half Nelson. Nope, she finds it. Oh. Full Nelson, and it will be a penalty against Wiest, making the score 3-2. Wiest trails. Wiest working for a half Nelson, not able to get it. Baker keeping those elbows in as best she can. Wiest trying to dig out that half. Now she's dug it out, and she's going to turn. Got a 1 count. There's a 1. There's a 2. 3, 4, 5. Wiest is going to come up with a 3-point near fall. She does, and very close. There's a fall. The pin time of 5 minutes and 15 seconds for Kashila Wiest.
First pin of the night. And we have our second pin, beg your pardon, and we have our final girls meet before we get things started on the boys varsity side of things. Wrestling tonight brought to you by Claire Bank with their 8 locations in Southwest Wisconsin, probably supporting our area's high school sports teams. Claire Bank, where they say we can do that. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
Now wrestling at 150.
And we'll go to the 5th and final ladies match before the guys take it. It'll be Rihanna Dollar for Lancaster and Audrey Ruff for the MFL Bulldogs. Ruff trying to come in with the underhook on the right-hand side of Dollar. Going underneath is Ruff. Dollar trying to spin around. Close to getting the takedown, but now they're going to go back up to their feet. The headgear of Dollar comes off, and referee stops the match as he's supposed to.
It's got to be tough keeping the headgear on with all the hair that some of these girls have.
Yeah. There's a snap down attempt here by Baker. No, excuse me, by Ruff. Sorry. It's Audrey Ruff. And she'll get the snap and spin. And she'll get the first 2 takedowns. 1 minute, first period. Working off to the left-hand side of Dollar, and we've got a penalty. I believe that was for a full Nelson. Not sure. Dollar tries to stand up. Brought back down to the mat by Ruff. 45 seconds to go. Ruff working on the left-hand side. Now switches to the right-hand side of Dollar. Looking for that half Nelson. She's got the half. She's met near fall criteria. There's a 2, 3, 4, 5 count. And close to coming up the fall now is Audrey Ruff. 22 seconds remaining yet. First period. Ruff close to coming up the fall. Didn't get it real tight. Dollar trying to work back over to her base. 10 seconds. And we will go to the second period. A 3 near fall for Ruff. And after the first, it's 5-1.
Wrestling tonight brought to you by Cuba City Family Dental, Keeler Family Dental, and coming soon, Darlington Family Dental. 3 convenient locations to serve your dental needs.
Ruff quickly up to her feet. She'll make the cut through and get the escape. Tied up. There's another snap down and a spin by Ruff and the takedown. Match score 8-1. Ruff with a record this year of 10-6. And she's off to the side of Dollar, and this looks tight. It is. A fall in the pin time of 2 minutes, 59 seconds for Audrey Ruff.
That will wrap up the first 5 girls matches, and I believe we're moving into...
This will be, I think, a JV. Yes, it'll be a JV match.
All right, so while the JV action gets started, we'll step aside, take a timeout, and we'll set things up for the varsity action set to begin after this JV match is wrapped up. Our Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school wrestling presented by Wolf Construction and Myers Heating and Cooling continues after this on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
Now more than ever, you deserve exceptional health care, and Grant Regional Health Center knows it's best when it's close to home and convenient. Adding our newest clinic location in Fenimore means greater access to high-quality health care, added convenience, more providers, and needed services like lab, radiology, and physical therapy close to home. We welcome existing and new patients. Call 608-723-2131 to schedule an appointment today. Grant Regional Community Clinic Fenimore. Experience the difference.
Are you looking for a checking account with no monthly requirements or service charge? People's State Bank's People's Checking Account is just what you're looking for. This account includes free debit card, online and mobile banking, bill pay, and much more at no cost to you. You heard that right. No cost to you. We're your local community bank ready to serve you. People's State Bank. Member FDIC. Pre-match 3.
Back in Monona, Iowa, Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school wrestling presented by Wolf Construction and Myers Heating and Cooling. Tyler Dictanis and Chuck Rasmussen with you from the Wolf Construction broadcast booth. And we have a JV match going on right now. MFL MarMac with a 2-0 lead in this first period. With about a minute to go, we'll have the varsity action coming up after this JV match is wrapped up. And where are we going to get things started tonight, Raz? Do we know?
We're going to start at 175 pounds tonight. And for the, again, as we said a little bit earlier here, quite a few changes in the lineup. Some people out and injured and whatever. Aiden Spurgeon wrestling right now against Drayson Howe. Out tonight for injuries, Jamin Krapp, Trayton McClymans, Andrew Spurgeon, Nolan Wolf, Nolan Henke, Brandon Kipper, and TJ Nelson. So hopefully once the, we'll see what the Flying Arrows wrestle this weekend, or Friday night, I believe, in a triple duel with Iowa Grant, Highland, and Boscobel. And hopefully if they're not healthy for Friday night, they will be when we come around to Lancaster Invitational that first weekend in January. Ended up with a fall for Drayson Howe from MFL. Another injured wrestler. This one from MFL as he wheels himself out. It's like probably an ankle injury maybe.
Yeah, and their assistant coach came up to chat with us a few moments before we came on the air, and they had mentioned that for the MFL MarMac side, you know, for those not familiar with the high school sports scene on the Iowa side, MFL MarMac state runner-up in high school football this past season. So they've had some injuries that kind of carried over from football season into this, and the varsity wrestlers for MFL MarMac not close to as many matches as Lancaster has seen. So they're just trying to get their footing going as far as getting into that wrestling mindset, whereas Lancaster, they've had a few dual meets already and had some weekend tournaments over the past 2 weekends, so some significant wrestling experience on the Lancaster side, but both sides, of course, some injuries where some underclassmen are going to get some experience here tonight.
Yeah, MFL MarMac with 2 dual meets, they beat Beckman Catholic by a score of 78-6, but they collected 10 forfeits that night. And then they also wrestled against Edgewood Colesburg and won 60-15 with 6 forfeits. And last weekend they placed third of 14 teams at the Nashua. I don't know if you know the name of that.
Nashua
town.
sounds right. Yeah.
Nashua Plainfield tournament. And we're going to get started now. Wait for the announcement of the MFL wrestler, see if we can catch it. It'll be Logan Wolf on the mat already for the Flying Arrows.
The 175 wrestler listed for MFL MarMac is Caleb Zerker, who is a sophomore, but we'll see if they stick with that.
Okay, starting the boys here. The first weight class is 175. For the Arrows, Logan Wolf. For MFL MarMac, Mason Johnson.
Johnson, right? Mason Johnson.
Mason Johnson listed at 165, wrestling up at 175.
Okay. Johnson is a sophomore. Wolf, a senior, with a record of 8-5 on the season. And Wolf looking to get around and get the takedown. Johnson underneath, trying to set up maybe a pancake or a fireman's, but Wolf is now hip to hip. Should be 2. There will be the 2 takedown for Wolf. Again, this 175-pound weight class is where we start this evening. Last year, MFL defeated the Flying Arrows. I believe the final score was 45-30. But a lot different lineups for both teams this year. Good tight waist by Wolf. Trying to bar things up from the knee. Coach Tyson Wolf's team, 4-5 dual meet wise so far this year. That 4 wins dual meet wise equals the mark that they had last year when they were 4-16. Very young team for the Flying Arrows. And Wolf not going to be able to get the 2 count as the buzzer goes, and we'll go to the second period. Wolf with a 2-0 lead.
Wrestling tonight presented by Myers Heating and Cooling, servicing Southwest Wisconsin since 1999. Myers Heating and Cooling, where they say, don't worry, we got this.
Johnson chooses neutral. Again, first match of varsity boys action. There's a throw attempt. By Johnson. I've not seen that one done in high school for a long time. We used to call it a Jap whizzer. I don't know what that's the same terminology they use now or not, but it's going to be a 2-0 takedown for Wolf. Johnson trying to get up to his feet. Wolf maintaining control. Just touched the 1-minute mark of the second period. Logan Wolf with a 4-0 lead. Trying to hook up that near side head in the red cradle, maybe. Put that head in the ribs. There, now he's got it locked up. 33 seconds. Good job by Johnson fighting this off. No points yet. Wolf still time to get the near fall and the pin in this second period. Now he's got near fall criteria met, and he also has the pin. Pin time of 3:44 for Logan Wolf.
Well, Wolf gets the pin at 175. Our wrestling tonight brought to you by Grant Regional Health Center's ortho team. Dr. Brad Binsfeld and Nate Stocco, PAC, provide exceptional care for sports-related injuries. Grant Regional Health Center, experience the difference.
Waiting for the announcements here. Oh, the officials table has a question mark.
Now wrestling at 190, Caleb Zurcher for MFL MarMac and Brady Lounger, Lancaster.
Okay, this is Caleb Zurcher.
Zerker.
Zerker, okay,
Yep.
Thank you. He is a sophomore. Zerker with a head steal attempt, or a head throw attempt. His opponent, Brady Lovinger, he does get caught in it. Just about able to push that off. The Lovinger working to get back over to his base. And out of bounds. Be the 2 takedown No near fall? Oh, there it is. Okay, 3 near fall. Both wrestlers, Ballinger and Zerker, sophomores. Ballinger wrestled that real exciting match there at Lancaster that night against Cuba City, where with 2 seconds to go, he just a beautiful shot, but a little bit too late to score the takedown and the win. So we're going to have a caution on Zerker. Tight waist, arm chop by Zerker. Weimer trying to get up. Up to his feet and brought back down fairly hard by Zerker. Nothing illegal though. Weimer back up, brought back down, looking for a switch. He's going to get the reversal. 5-2. Lawinger working on the top now. 40 seconds remaining first period. Reaching across to the far elbow. Careful getting rolled here. .20 seconds. And Lawinger, got out of that. Close to being rolled. Here's that roll attempt again by Zerker. Lawinger back off to the side, 5 seconds. And we'll go to the second period at 190 pounds. Brady Lawinger trailing by a score of 5-2.
Team scores 6-0 Lancaster over MFL MarMac. Wrestling tonight brought to you by Mount City Bank. Their total line of credit allows you to use the equity in your home to do the things you want. Start to Mount City Bank to apply. Offer subject to approval. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. Learn more at MountCityBank.com.
All right, Brady got out there nice on the sit, then reached over the head, and that's one of those no-nos. And has put himself in a predicament. And tightening things up is Zerker. Lawinger able to get back to his base, but there's going to be a penalty awarded for locked hands. Locked hands again. Lawinger. Zerker trying to come up. Another the stop in the action. I think they're going to try to get the scoreboard correct here. They got 6-5 on the board, but I'm very confident in saying this score is going to change because Lawinger gave up a near fall, I believe. And then there was a reversal in there, I think.
Both coaches at the scores table with the official.
Tyson Wolf up to the table. All right, 8-5 is what they've agreed on. Both coaches walking away looking satisfied. So, all right, we'll go back and get set with 54.3 seconds remaining in the second period. This is, I'm going to say this match will end up with a fall one way or the other.
Right.
I don't know where I'd put my money right now.
Now the official coming back to the table.
Looking to see probably who's in control, maybe. Okay, well, they're going to put Lawinger in the down position.
All right.
Okay. Nice, good tight waist by Zerker. Lawinger, got to be Scares me when he reaches over in the wrong spots there. Working off to the side though. Lawinger comes up. There was a locked hand for just a second. Now Lawinger coming around the side, and he's got himself a reversal, making the score 8-7. If anything, we're going to have a lot of points. There's a roll attempt by Zerker. Again, be careful there, Brady. Now, there you go. Get off to the side. There you go. And last 10 seconds of the second period. Lawinger trying to work with a pinning combination, but not going to get it. We're going to go 8-7 to the third.
Yeah, if you love offense, you came to the right place. Both wrestlers trying to run up the score here.
All right. And it's going to be Zerker's choice. He's going to choose neutral. Drop your hits. And head throw attempt by Zerker is going to be countered by Lawinger. And Lawinger will get the 2 takedown. Now leads 9-8 at the minute and 45 mark of the third period. Here at 190 pounds. Lawinger trying to come up with a half on the knees. Zerker is going to sit out. They're going to go out of bounds back to the center at a minute and 31. All right, how many more points are going to be scored in this last minute and a half? This could be an overtimer, too.
It could, yeah.
Zerker trying to come up to his base. And Lawinger needs to bring him back to the mat. And it does so. Minute and 15. Zerker reaches around. He's got the leg of Lawinger. Lawinger trying to wrench the gut. And back around back. Lawinger careful with that knee up. There's that roll attempt. And Zerker's going to get the reversal, and he's going to come up with a, not able to get the half Nelson. 10-9. Locked hands. So, locked hands. So Zerker cannot score from with that. And it will be 1 point given to Lawinger for the technical violation. And we're tied at 10 with 38.6 seconds remaining.
Both really starting to look gassed at this point. My gosh.
They've wrestled hard. All right. 38.6, 10-10. Lawinger trying to work from the base. Belly, now he's getting his hips up. Got to get that head up, Brady. Get that head up. Zerker trying to work off to the side. Getting a little bit high, but he's going to put the chest into it. 20 seconds to go. Lawinger trying to stay to his base. Now up to his feet goes Lawinger. Lawinger going to get the escape. Going to try to. 8 seconds. Brought back down to the mat. 10-10. And there's a sit-out. Lawinger's going to get the reversal with 1 second remaining. Lawinger pulls out a 12-10 victory.
Wow.
Tremendous match.
Wow.
Both wrestlers giving it all.
I don't know if that's going to be the match of the meet, but that was definitely the leading candidate so far.
I agree with you.
Top that.
That was fun.
Wow.
That was fun. And definitely more fun when you come out on the top side of this court, too. We're going to go to 2:15. Jackson Seipel steps up to the table for the Flying Arrows, freshman with a record of 9-5. I talked to him just briefly after weigh-ins and laughed a little bit. Will Cradwell said he weighed in at just over 100 pounds this afternoon. Jackson weighed in about 80 pounds heavier. So, all right, let's see who this is for. you catch the name?
Nolan Lurch.
Okay, Nolan Lurch.
He's a senior for MFL MarMac.
Okay. Lurch placed 6th last weekend at the tournament that MFL was in. I've got Lurch with a 3-3 record. You can definitely tell the size difference between these wrestlers. I got Seipel with a 9-5 record. Lurch off to the side trying to hook up a cradle on Seipel. Got it locked up, but Seipel not letting him have it yet. Still not able to get to 45 degrees. No takedown has been awarded. 40 seconds. Seipel now trying to work around, and Seipel able to get the 2 takedown. Seipel just stayed in good enough position to not give up the takedown, and was able to work into a pinning combination, but not able to, is able to score a 2-point near fall as he headed out of bounds. Well, they got something. They got 4-2 on the scoreboard. Seipel getting a little high, and there's that Granby roll, and the roll and the fall for Northern Lurch. Pin time of 1:47.
And MFL MarMac gets on the board 9-6. Lancaster on top of MFL MarMac through 3 matches. Wrestling tonight brought to you by Brian's Auto Body and Paint Specialist in Lancaster. The pros of Brian's get the job done right for unexpected dings or major repair projects. Brian's Auto Body and Paint in Lancaster. Also by Doolittle's Pub and Eatery on the square in Lancaster. Gifting season is upon us. Make them smile with what they want. Gift cards to Doolittle's. Doolittle's on the square in Lancaster.
All right, Will Howes has checked into the table for MFL. Placed 3rd in the tournament last weekend, 5-1. And he's a good one. And it will be Wyatt McLean for the Flying Arrows, a freshman, first time on varsity. Quite a difference in size here. I'm guessing at least 50 pounds. McLean not backing down. McLean just a freshman. First varsity experience to my knowledge. I'm guessing Howes was probably a force on the football team. He's down on a leg, and it will be a fall in 37 seconds for Will Howes. All right, we're going to move back to 106 pounds. MFL with the lead at 12-9. And it will be John Lindholm, freshman for the Flying Arrows. And it will be Wolfgang Martins, a sophomore for MFL. Tied up ear to ear. Neither wrestler looking to want to take a shot right now. Tied up tight at the at the ears. There's a warning stalling on Lindholm for backing up. There's a shot attempt by Martin, Wolfgang Martin. And spinning around is Lindholm, and he'll get the takedown. 2-0 at the 42nd mark of the first period. John Lindholm for the Flying Arrows at the advantage. Lindholm able to get the hips of Martin down for just a second. Good tight waist by Lindholm, getting a little bit high. Got to be careful position-wise. Up to his feet goes Martin with 6 seconds to go. This first period, Lindholm brings him back down to the mat. And we'll go to the second period. 2-0, the advantage to Lindholm.
MFL MarMac up on the team score 12-9. Russell Offices here to assist you as your local legal representation. Call for a consultation to discuss personal injury, estate planning, family law, criminal defense, probate administration, and more. Proudly serving Southern Wisconsin, Russell Law Offices.
Lindholm, the top position to start the second period. Trying to work maybe to a cross-face cradle. Got a warning stalling on Martin. Martin trying to come up to his feet. Back to an ankle is Lindholm. Let's go of it. Still working towards a pinning combination is Lindholm. Trying to stuff an elbow. Martin up towards his feet, brought back down. Another good job there by Lindholm. 2-0 our match score. We're at the 1:05 mark of the second period. Lindholm with the lead. Martin did not wrestle last weekend. Trying to lock up a cradle is Lindholm. Trying to get that nose to the knees, not able to do so. 35 seconds remaining, second period. And we got another penalty this time for stalling. Lindholm up by a score of 3-0. 20 seconds remaining, second period. Wrestling in the MFL MarMac gym. Nice facility. Nice facility. Got
Little on the warm side tonight, but still a very nice looking gym.
Yeah.
Good crowd on hand tonight as well.
There is a nice crowd here. A fair amount of people from Lancaster made the trip over to Lindholm, trying to work with that cradle. It's going to come up a little bit short. See where they're going to put John this third period.
Wrestling tonight brought to you by Pratt Funeral and Cremation Service, with a tradition of caring and compassionate service to families in times of loss since 1889. Pratt Funeral and Cremation Service in Muscadet and Richland Center.
All right, they're going to put, Coach Tyson has said, we're going to go neutral here. With a 3-0 lead, it's snapped down by Lindholm. Needs to get around. Put that head in the side. There you go. Keep moving. Lindholm trying to spin around, get the takedown. Not able to get it yet. There's it should be the 2. He's pipped the hit. 2 takedown for John Lindholm. Now it's 5-0. Lindholm, I'm sure the coaches are thinking, let's see if we can get to a major decision. Lindholm still working that upper shoulders. Wolfgang Martin. Love that name. Love that game.
That's a wrestling name.
It is. It is.
Good football name too.
You know, I looked at the way or the roster. Wolfgang Stone Martins. So yeah, there's a wrestling name. Under a minute. There's another point. Making it 6-0. Lindholm still being the aggressor and has got Martins on his belly. Lindholm needs to keep working here and maybe get a 2-point stall. Get a little bit high here as Wolfgang tried to come up to his feet. Lindholm stretches him back out. 35 seconds remaining, third period. Lindholm still working towards a pinning combination. 25. Wolfgang close to being nailed for another stall. Has really not done much here. Now he's got back up to his base. He's going to save himself. 8 seconds. Lindholm still trying to come up with a combination to pin. Will not be able to do so, but Lindholm with a 6-0 win for the Flying Arrows.
Wrestling tonight brought to you by Bytech Resource Management and Greener Way. Bytech Resource Management of Monroe, also by Bush Insurance, a proud partner of Pekin Insurance Company, and by Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors of Belmont and at Carey'sGuttersandDoors.com. Sloan Implement is your official John Deere dealer in Bloomington, Cuba City, Montfort, and at Sloans.com. Also by Bouse Electric. Call Brad Adrian and Josh Busher at Bouse Electric, Lancaster, and Fenimore.
Going to move to 113. Will Cradwell up to the table.
Team score tied at 12 apiece through 5 matches.
Another cool name as far as wrestling-wise. Gunnar Ross on the mat against Will Cradwell. Again, Will weighed in right, had over 100 tonight. Will has had himself a good year so far. 8-5. Real light. And gets himself out of position, and Gunnar Ross will get the first takedown. A lot of good things ahead for Will Cradwell. Technique is real good. Needs to get a little more weight and a little more strength. Just another one of these freshmen for the Flying Arrows. Will sits out, looking to hit the switch. He's going to get the reversal. And we're tied at 2-2 at the 1:05 mark of the first period. Cradwell getting a little bit high. Better hook in that leg. He's got one leg hooked in. The other one, Gunnar able to get underneath. Will trying to improve his position. They're improving it. Now working off to the side, trying to tuck a half. Not able to get it. And this is one of those, especially moving up to the 113-pound weight class, giving up some more weight, a little more strength. Cradwell has got his opponent belly and chin and chest on the mat. 20 seconds to go, first period. 2-2 is our match score. 12-12 is the team score. We started at the 175-pound weight class tonight. The Arrows went up by a score of 9-0. MFL came back with 2 pins. And the Flying Arrows were able to pick up a decision by John Lindholm to make it 12-12.
Quick shoebox scoreboard update over on ESPN Radio, AM 1590 WPVL through 3 quarters. Galena all over Southwestern, 54-13 in girls basketball. The rest of that game on ESPN Radio, AM 1590 WPVL.
Cradwell gets himself stretched out from the neutral position, close to getting taken down. And there's the 2 takedown for Gunnar Ross. £113-pound weight class. Cradwell trying to come up, turn the corner, come out the side again. Got the elbow, maybe looking for a fireman's. Step across. All right, Cradwell close to finishing up this move. And there's the 2. And we're now at 4-4. Cradwell with a crusher. He's gained near fall points, trying to tighten things up. Will Cradwell, still got 37 seconds remaining in this second period. Put that chin in there, Will. Use that chin. About a half an inch. And there's a pin. Cradwell with a fall in the time of 3 minutes, 34 seconds.
That puts Lancaster in front, 18-12 through 6 matches. Wrestling action tonight brought to you by the Peterson Agency in Argyle. Brian Peterson, specializing in home, farm, auto, and umbrella policies. Wrestling tonight also brought to you by People's State Bank. For personal, home, business, and ag loans, visit one of their area convenient locations or visit peoplesfinancial.com. Member FDIC.
Now wrestling at 120, Lane Hendricks for the Arrows. Ryan Trader, MFL Bulldog.
Okay, at 120 will be Lane Hendricks for the Flying Arrows. His opponent is going to be Ryan Schrader. Schrader, also a freshman. Hendricks. Leg hooked in a little bit high. Get those hips back up, Lane. Hendricks comes in with a record of 10-4 on the season. Moving up a weight class for the Flying Arrows. It's a 2 takedown. Hendricks hooks in the legs. Now switches from the right-hand side to the left-hand side as Schrader comes up to his feet. There's a split by Hendricks. Got to keep that shoulder up too. And here's all the points being counted off. And a 3 near fall for Hendricks. Uses those legs, long legs. And Hendricks with a roll through. And not going to be able to come up with a near fall. Up to his feet goes Schrader, Hendricks, and they'll go out of bounds back to the center with 29.3 on the clock in the first period. Lane Hendricks with a 5-0 lead. You saw it. Schrader came up. Some fans over here to our right as he reached across the back like, no! And they're correct. You don't want to reach across that. But Schrader's going to get the 2 reversal. And it's 5-2. Under 10 seconds remaining in the first period. And Schrader is not going to be able to pick up near fall points right at the end of the first period. And he'll be trailing Hendricks by a score of 5-2. Schrader will be in the down position.
WCC Brands Custom Apparel in Keeler and Lancaster, also by Brian's Auto Body and Paint Specialists in Lancaster.
Out of bounds. Once again there, Schrader came up. He reached over the back. You see a little more muscle definition here from Schrader, and Schrader up to his feet. He's going to hit the switch, and he'll get the reversal, making the score 5-4. Trying to come up with the cradle now is Schrader. Got it locked up. Hendricks trying to come out the side, and he's not going to be able to, but on the roll through, he's going to get the reversal. And there was, they've got 7-4 on the board, so is it, that's not going to be right. But a reversal for Hendricks. I didn't see who did he award the 2 near fall to? To MFL? Nope, to Hendricks, okay.
Yep.
So that would be right then. We've got 9-4 on the board. Schrader trying to hook that leg of Hendricks. He's got it hooked with his left arm. Hendricks trying to get his hips back up. Got the hips back up. And good job there of freeing that leg. Hendricks hooks in that left leg again. That should be a potentially dangerous there. But instead, they're going to let him wrestle, and Schrader Colts are coming out the side. 4 seconds, and Hendricks is going to maintain enough control to not give things up. He'll take a 9-4 lead to the third period.
Bob Hundhausen, your Platteville Edward Jones representative, salutes our athletes on their hard work. Bob Hundhausen, Edward Jones Investments off Business 151 Inside Drive in Platteville.
Neutral to start the third. Hendricks with a 9-4 advantage. Snap down by Hendricks. And a nice shot here by Schrader. He's just going to drive right on through, and he's going to get the takedown, cutting the lead to 9-6. Schrader trying to work the side of Hendricks, and now has got near fall criteria met. Just for 1 count. Twice. 9-6 at the minute and 10 mark of the third period. And, well, make that 9-8 with the 2-fall near fall. Schrader getting high, and Leonard able to, do not do that. It's going to be a loss of control, I believe. Okay, so it will be an escape. Loss of control for Hendricks, making the score 10-8. At the 48-second mark of the third period. Hendricks takes a shot from a little far away. Schrader trying to hook up a cradle, and he's got Hendricks on his back. Hendricks able to roll through. He's going to give up 2 near fall. 2 takedown and 2 near fall, maybe. We got 10-10 on the board. Hendricks able to pop out the arm, and he'll get a reversal, and he's got Schrader on his back. Hendricks working for a fall, 10 seconds to go. And he'll get near fall points. And I believe that should be a 3 near fall. Both coaches coming over to the table again. Try to get things sorted out.
Both wrestlers back at the center, so we have extra wrestling here.
You say 12-12. Not sure why. But Hendricks has got to be wise here. There, get underneath. All right, use that fireman's lane. Use it. Switches to a single. Trying to cut the corner, Hendricks. Good job by Schrader, countering. 38 seconds to go. Schrader with an underhook. Trying to power in on Hendricks. Hendricks back up to his knees. We got stalemate, I think.
Ooh.
Yep, stalemate. Good call by the official. We're 12-12. Both wrestlers showing a little fatigue. Hendricks from a fireman's to a head inside double. 15 seconds to go, and Schrader's going to get the reversal. Or the takedown, excuse me. 14-12 will be the final score of this match. 18-15 is our team score. We go to the 126-pound weight class.
Think the crowd's into it, Chuck?
Oh yeah.
Oh my
Both
gosh.
sides.
Boy, what a fun night of wrestling so far. 18-15 the team score as we move into the 126-pound matchup. The Iowa Grant and Highland Wrestlers and Wrestling Club thank area businesses for their support and the fans and families for attending the matches and listening on the radio. Many thanks to the Iowa Grant and Highland Wrestlers and Wrestling Club.
All right, this will be Keith Anderson wrestling against John Muldoon. Keith Anderson is a junior. He was a state qualifier last year, and he's got the takedown and a fall in 16 seconds for Keith Anderson. And MFL takes the team lead now. We'll go 132 pounds.
Didn't even have a chance to update the scorebook on our YouTube channel to get that one up. Our Wrestling Tonight brought to you by Claire Bank with their 8 locations in Southwest Wisconsin, probably supporting our area's high school sports teams. Claire Bank, where they say we can do that. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
Now wrestling at 132, Brian Best for the Arrows, Dan Kissman, MFL MarMac Bulldog.
All right, it'll be Brian Best for the Flying Arrows at 132 pounds. His opponent is Gavin Kishman. Kishman is a freshman with a 4-2 record. He placed 5th last weekend in the tournament that MFL was in. And quick takedown for Kishman, and he's got Best, another one of the freshmen for the Flying Arrows, on his back. Tighten things up in this cradle, and there's the fall. Pin time of 49 seconds for Gavin Kishman.
New team score, MFL MarMac 27, Lancaster 18. Herms's Ace Hardware and Home Center in Bloomington. See the pros for assistance with your next ag, commercial, or residential project. Herms's Ace Hardware and Home Center in Bloomington, family owned since 1942. Also by H&M Plumbing, Heating, and Electrical, serving you in Fenimore, Lancaster, and Boscobel. Always on call and always the right call. H&M Plumbing, Heating, and Electrical, serving Southwest Wisconsin 24/7 since 1958. Just had a forfeit.
Yes, with the injuries in that, Lancaster not going to fill the 38-pound weight class tonight.
Wrestling 144 for the Arrows, Matt Hendrick, for the Bulldogs, Holden Matthews.
Did you get
To announce that pizza and popcorn
the name for the MFL wrestler?
The wrestler listed at 144 is Bryce Radloff.
Okay. I'm going to ask you real quick. This is his last name is Mathis. Holden Mathis.
There we go. Okay.
This is at 144 pounds. Flying Arrows trailing now 33-18. Mathis was a state qualifier last year. He won last weekend's tournament. 5-0 on the season for Mathis. Tidrick with a record of 11-2. Both wrestlers are seniors, two completely different builds. Tidrick several inches shorter than Mathis. Pretty compact, pretty powerfully put together young man. Mathis, tall and trim. 144 pounds. Snap down attempt by Tidrick. And there's a lift going right over to his back, and Tidrick getting a little bit high. And he'll score the takedown and a 3 near fall at the end of this first period.
Tim Slack Auction and Realty, whether buying or selling, call Tim, Kathy, Chase, and their staff today. Tim Slack Auction and Realty in Lancaster and Fenimore. Also by Anderson Weber Toyota in Dubuque, powering our audio stream. Anderson Weber Toyota in Dubuque, when you are ready.
Second period, 5-0 Tidrick with the lead. Mathis chooses the down position, sits out, Tidrick follows. Tidrick trying to turn under the elbow. Good job by Mathis to just use his hips, get around the side and get the reversal. Five to 2 at the minute and 15 mark of the second period. Tidrick trying to kick out of it. That hurts. He tried to kick out at the same time that Mathis pulled the leg, and it was face and chest into the mat. .45 seconds. Official telling both wrestlers we need some action and keep wrestling. Tidrick trying to sit out. There's a nice sit out and reaches back in, and there's a face lift and a throw. has not given the points. There's the 2. Titter could have held him there for another second. He would have had a 2-point near fall on top of that. 10 seconds. Out of bounds, back to the center. Titter holds a 7-2 lead in this second period.
Community First Bank, for you in the communities where you live, work, and play. Experience for yourself the difference at Community First Bank, CFBank.com, member FDIC.
Sit out by Mathis. And we'll go to the third period. Titterick with that 7-2 lead.
MFL MarMac on the team score 33-18. Majestic View Dairy of Lancaster, from the farm to your fridge. They produce milk for delicious and nutritious beverages and foods. Learn more at Majestic View Classroom on Facebook.
Titterick in the down position. Left arm around the waist by Mathis. I'm guessing that Mathis is deceivingly strong.
Would you compare him to like a Paxton Hankey from last year, where he's, kind of taller, taking on those bigger weight classes? His length gives him more of a strength.
Yeah, I think that's a good comparison. The escape. And then a 2, making it 10-2. For Titterick. Be careful as far as a roll by Mathis. And there's that Granby. And the 2 reversal for Mathis, making it 10-4. Mathis trying to hook in a leg. Titterick working up to his base. Still working up again, 10-4. We're now right at the 30-second mark of the third period. Keep that head up. Mathis trying to come up with a cradle, using those long arms against Titterick. Titterick reaching back. Now he tries to come on through. He gets to pull the head out. Get the head out, 9 seconds. And Titterick can get a reversal. There's the 2 reversal. That'll make it a major decision. Devin Titterick with a 12-4 decision, major decision over Holden Mathis. And again, Mathis, a 5th place finisher at state in Iowa last year.
Wrestling tonight presented by Myers Heating and Cooling, servicing Southwest Wisconsin since 1999. Myers Heating and Cooling, where they say, don't worry, we got this. Also by Mount City Bank, their total line of credit allows you to use the equity in your home to do the things you want. Stop into Mount City Bank to apply. Offer subject to approval. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender. Learn more at mountcitybank.com.
We go to the 150-pound weight class. Braden Lenz has checked in at the table for Lancaster. And Lenz will receive a forfeit. So that brings the team score, I believe, 33-28 with 2 matches remaining. MFL just has to win one of them. And boy, the young man that's up to the table now at 157 pounds is a well put together young man for MFL. Find out who it is.
At 157 for the Arrows, Max Hendricks. For the MFL MarMac Bulldogs,
Tristan Kane. For MFL, Kane is senior, undefeated this year at 5-0. Wrestling against Max Hendricks, the Flying Arrows, the sophomore. Nice high crotch to a double by Kane. He'll get the takedown and give Hendricks the escape. Nice to see Max Hendricks back out. Didn't come out his freshman year, but back out as a sophomore. And another takedown. And Hendricks on his back and able to get back over to his base. 2 near fault. Making the score 6-1, 6-2 with the escape given up. We're down to another takedown. And an escape. And another takedown, and there's the fall for Kane in the time of 1 minute, 13 seconds.
Wrestling tonight brought to you by Grant Regional Health Center's ortho team. Dr. Brad Binsfeld and Nate Stocco, PAC, provide exceptional care for sports-related injuries. Grant Regional Health Center, experience the difference. Also by Russell Law Offices, here to assist you as your local legal representation. Call for a consultation to discuss personal injury, estate planning, family law, criminal defense, probate administration, and more. Proudly serving Southern Wisconsin, Russell Law Offices.
At 165 pounds, it'd be Brady McCartney for the Flying Arrows. And his opponent will be Quinn McHugh. McHugh, a state qualifier last year at 160. Immediate, he's in on a body lock on McCartney. McCartney tries to throw, no takedown yet. And this time, McHugh drops down to a double, and he'll get the takedown. McHugh placed third last weekend at the tournament that MFL was in. 5-2 is his record this year. Again, state qualifier last year at 160, wrestling at 165 this season. Last match of the evening as far as on the varsity boys level. MFL will move to 3-0 on the dual meet season. Flying Arrows will slide to 4-6. And McHugh trying to tighten things up in this hitting combination. McCartney's got a shoulder about an inch up, inch and a half from this viewpoint. 30 seconds remaining first period. And that's the pin. Time of 1 minute and 40 seconds for Quinn McHugh. Final match score, 45-28. And again, I believe we got 2 ladies to wrestle yet, and another junior varsity match.
All right, so we'll keep it here and bring you those girls' matches. Our Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school wrestling presented by Wolf Construction and Myers Heating and Cooling on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. After the girls' matches are done, we'll have the Culver's Cool Down post-match show. We'll pick out the tough man of the match of the meet, and the Tricor turning point. A few different options this evening.
I lied to you. We're going to have another junior varsity match. This is Aiden Spurgeon wrestling again. And he is going to be shorter than this young man. Spurgeon is out to the mat. And his opponent, top of Spurgeon's head, maybe shoulder. Spurge trying to power through as his opponent was down on his knees. Now His opponent just stands up. And he's going to power through, and Spurgeon at the same time rolls through. And he's got him on his back, his opponent on his back. Spurgeon getting a little bit high. Tough not to in this situation. And there's a reversal for his opponent. Makes it 2-2. First period, this is a junior varsity match, varsity reserve match. Spurgeon with a roll, and he'll get the 1-point escape, taking the score 3-2. Another snap down, and again Spurgeon's able to power through as the opponent goes on his knees to try to throw Spurge. And 2 takedown and near fall points, and then a reversal, and we're at 7-4. Opponent out on the side trying to hook up with a half Nelson on Spurgeon. Long arms. Not got to 45 degrees yet. Spurgeon able to stay close enough to his base to not give up any back points. And we'll go to the second period, 7-4. The official even smiling at this match.
Make sure to check out the Queen Bee Radio High School Sports Roundup. It's our weekly high school sports show covering everything in our area's high school sports scene, including highlights, recaps, previews, interviews, and more. New episodes every Thursday on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube and SoundCloud channels.
All right, we're going to start neutral in this second period. Spurgeon and his opponent locked up. Sorry, I don't know who his opponent is. Push away, come back in, lock up again. His opponent trying to pummel under and get some elevation. And there's a head throw by Spurgeon, and he's got his opponent on his back. Spurgeon close to coming up with a fall. And he'll just get the 2 near fall. I guess the bodies were far enough out that we're going to go from there. So it's 9-4 on the board. As they come back, Spurgeon's going to allow the escape, and they'll start neutral again.
And there is a significant height difference between these two.
I don't think the top of Spurgeon's head comes up to the shoulder. There's Spurgeon able to snap down and spin through, and he's got his opponent on his back. Very close to coming, and there's the pin.
Little too much showmanship there at the end.
Real excited. Pretty cool. All right, now I think we have 2 more lady matches.
And we see one lady checking in at the table for MFL MarMac.
It's supposed to be Mackenzie Bachman, I believe.
And Lancaster has
Amelia Johnson, I believe.
Yep. Now she's coming to the table. Also, make sure to check out the Queen Bee Radio Sports SoundCloud page. Listen back to recordings of our previous sportscasts anytime and on demand at soundcloud.com/Queen Bee Radio Sports.
All right, it will be Mackenzie Bachman and Amelia Johnson. Again, they just got them kind of matched up, no weight classes. Bachman has already wrestled once. Johnson in on a single. Looking to turn the corner. Not able to do so, and Bachman able to flatten Johnson down to the mat. Close to getting a takedown. She's hip to hip. Johnson still grasping onto the leg. Now let's go over. There should be a takedown. There it's awarded for Bachman. Bachman was defeated by Olivia Ball in an earlier match by a score of 5-1.
Oh, there's back points awarded here.
Yep, and posting there is the fall for Bachman. Bachman takes her record on the year to 14-6. And this will be our final match, we think. And this will be Olivia Ball coming to the table, checking in, and we think it'll be Bailey Wood. Okay, Bailey already out. And Bailey has already wrestled. She was defeated by Rocky Benson by a score of 11-2. Olivia Ball already wrestled, and she won her first match by a score of 5-1. Olivia with a collar tie, snap down, 2 takedown. The ladies coach for the Flying Arrows, Lizzie Dressler. Olivia pummels in. There's a snap down. Headlock coming around the side, trying to hook up a cradle. And has it hooked up. She remains in bounds, so it counts here. There's a 2 near fall. And now they're at the edge of the mat again. (6-1). We just passed the 1-minute mark of the first period. And we've got a full Nelson. And so a penalty point will be awarded to Wood. Making the score 6-2. Ball straddling her opponent, trying to work from one side to the other. And we'll go to the second period. Olivia Ball with a 6-2 lead.
Quick shoebox scoreboard update. Those interested in the Lancaster girls basketball game, they are up on Benton at halftime, 30-11. Non-conference action for the Flying Arrows girls basketball team tonight.
Quickly up to her feet is Olivia Ball trying to work the hands. Wood needs to bring her back down to the mat or attempt to, or she'll be warned for stalling. There's a warning for stalling. And the escape. 7-2. Or There's a head throw by ball, and she's got her opponent on her back. She's got the hips scissored correctly. And just needs to tighten it up a little bit, and she does. The fall time of 2:39 for Olivia Ball.
Wrestling tonight brought to you by Clear Bank with their 8 locations in southwest Wisconsin, probably supporting our area's high school sports teams. Clear Bank, where they say we can do that. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender. And that appears to be the end of our wrestling action here this evening. Both teams coming to the center of the mat to shake hands. Again, the final score in the varsity matchup, MFL MarMac 45, Lancaster 28. The Culver's Cool Down post-match show comes up after this. We got the tough man of the match, the match of the meet, and the Tri-Core turning point. We'll recap the scoring of tonight's dual action for both the boys and the girls coming up next. Culver's Cool Down post-match show after this on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
Sports Treasures Plus in Stoughton has unique team treasures. They have over 25,000 signed sports cards, plus autographed photos, bobbleheads, caps, signed baseballs, and more. That's Steve Schmidt Sports Treasures Plus in Stoughton.
Heads Up Salon. Sherry, Jenny, Whitney, and Sydney at Heads Up do highlights, color, cuts, burns, and new barbering services too. Heads Up Salon, North Jefferson Street, Lancaster.
People's State Bank is a locally owned and managed bank with convenient locations in southwest Wisconsin and northeast Iowa. If you're looking for a place where you're more than just a number, but still have access to convenient technology and low fees, People's State Bank is it. As a community bank, they're proud to support many of the local charities, county fairs, community events, and more. When you become a part of People's State Bank, you can be confident that you're standing with a good cause. People's State Bank, member FDIC.
Are you looking for the perfect holiday gift? You know, the gift that people call the hottest in the season? You know, you buy it for your loved ones, and you're anointed the hero of the holidays. Well, heroes, here's this year's hot present tip. Hands-free Skechers slippers. Because Skechers has invented footwear that is so easy and so comfortable, they're the perfect gift for everyone, from kids to grandparents. With hands-free Skechers slippers, you just step into them and they're on. You don't need to bend down. You don't ever have to touch your shoes. Find hands-free Skechers slippers in the Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
Last minute shopping? Ulta Beauty has everything I need for everyone on my list. Ready to gift fragrance kits from YSL and Valentino, and the hottest gift sets from Max, Tarte, and Lancome. Plus, everyone loves an Ulta Beauty gift card. Shop last minute gifts that will bring joy to everyone on your list. Hurry in store, place your online pickup order today. Ulta Beauty, the possibilities are beautiful.
Post-match 1.
Culver's Cool Down post-match show from MFL MarMac High School in Monona. MFL MarMac defeats Lancaster in tonight's high school wrestling dual meet 45-28. Tyler Dictanis and Chuck Rasmussen with you from the Wolf Construction broadcast booth. Our great regional health center and People's State Bank coverage of high school wrestling is presented by Wolf Construction and Myers Heating and Cooling on 97.7 Country WGLR FM Lancaster and streaming live on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. We had a lot of wrestling tonight, Raz, in addition to the matches that we had on the varsity side for boys. We had 7 girls matches. We had a couple electric JV matches.
Yes.
To talk about. Let's recap the scoring for the varsity matchup first, and actually maybe even before we do that, let's looks like we have Tyson Wolf coming up here with some post-match thoughts as well.
Yep. Logan Wolf and Brady Lawinger.
All right, take it away, Raz.
All right, Brady, believe it or not, we picked you as the match of the meet tonight. Wow. Pretty exciting. What'd you think?
I don't know. I thought it was a really good match. Both wrestlers wrestled great. I don't know. My first time doing this.
Yeah. You know, and it came, yeah, it was overtime, right?
No.
No, 12, just 12-10. I
3
get it
seconds
marked.
left.
Yeah.
Reversal.
It was like just a turnaround from that match at Cuba City where that 2 seconds left and
Yeah.
you had a beautiful shot, but
Didn't
just a half
count.
a second too late.
Yeah.
That was great. Good to see. One of the things that we oftentimes ask in our interview is, who do you practice with? Who makes you a better wrestler in the practice room?
I'd probably have to say TJ Nelson. He's my wrestling partner. Pushes me every day. Teaches me a lot of stuff. He's a wrestler, but sometimes he sits with the coaches and tells them what to do from the chairs. Yeah, I'd say TJ Nelson.
Okay, TJ going to be able to come back fairly soon, or do you know?
2 weeks, he said. He just got done at the doctor's today.
So maybe for the
Bye-step.
Lancaster Invitational?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
By then.
That's really good. No, exciting match. Love the way you push it all the way to the end. You scare us once in a while, but we love it. Good job.
Thank you.
Good job. All right, going to pass it over here to Mr. Wolf. This is Logan Wolf. You got things started out on the. You got things started out in the right note tonight. Aggressively, a couple takedowns and a fall. One of the questions I got to ask: you did not wrestle last year.
Nope.
What's your thoughts? Glad that you came back out.
Yeah, I am. I'm very glad I came back out. Kind of missed it a little bit last year and decided, why not give it another shot, you know?
Well, we as fans very much appreciate it too. You add a lot to the wrestling team. Looking forward, what's your thoughts, your plans? How are you going to get better?
Yeah, I'll just keep taking it to taking it to practice and the room. I have Jack Disciple as a partner. He pushes me every day.
Okay, that was
After
beat me to the question.
Yeah.
Okay.
After Friday, we have a nice week and a half off, so able to perfect some things and work on that way.
Yeah, it'll be. You guys have put in a lot of mat time here the last few weeks. Still excited, or is it wearing on you?
Oh yeah, very exciting.
Okay, cool. That's what we like to hear. A young team, not too many upperclassmen as far as juniors and seniors. What can you do as yourself to lead the team as they go down the road?
Yeah, just keep them excited. You know, we're gonna have next week off. No, I guess tournaments or duels or anything. So, you know, keep them eager because Bi-State is really exciting, and they're gonna love to experience that if they haven't already.
All right, that is real good. Well, we appreciate your coming back out. Appreciate your time coming out and talking to us tonight too, and good luck as you move down the road.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Tyson Wolf joining us.
How we doing?
Good. We'll let you give your observations and thoughts of the match. And before
I can't ask any more out of the kids. Out of the kids that we put on the mat, I cannot ask any more out of what they put on the mat. I mean, we had kids wrestling up just about all over across the board. We're dealing with some injuries right now, getting a few kids back here, hopefully for Friday. And I was so excited with the way they wrestled. Like I said, I can't ask any more out of the performance they put on the mat tonight.
No, your freshmen have, well, the whole team kind of stepped it up for the most part tonight. And I was very impressed with the freshmen. Nobody backs down. They go right into it. You had, 8 freshmen in the lineup tonight? And Devin Tidrick, great match there. I thought the team wrestled well. It's good to see the energy again.
Yeah, like I said, there's not a match where kids aren't engaged, you know, they're just up every time, you know, like Brady Lounger's match, you know, it gets everybody in the gym excited, like, you know, like as coaches, as wrestlers, as fans, like, that's what you come to watch a dual meet for, you know, you know, and Devin Tidrick wrestling a kid, I think I don't know what he is on the year, but he's returning state qualifier, you know, he went out and picked up a major decision.
Yeah, he
just dominated that match from start to finish.
Yeah, I had him, state qualifier. Placed 5th last year, undefeated this year. I think that's his first loss.
Yeah, and I mean, there was not one point in that match where I was like, oh man, Devin's in trouble here. Like he straight up completely dominated that match.
Yeah, so.
And I want to ask real quickly about, you know, wrestling against MFL MarMac, you know, as a program. This is at least the 3rd year in a row that Lancaster and MFL MarMac have had this dual meet, and, you know, interstate, programs, going head to head. Are there things that you were looking for coming into this match tonight that you were kind of hoping to see from your team this evening? And do you look at, scouting ahead of time to kind of see who it is that they have and kind of see, is this kind of a measuring stick type of dual meet when these two programs get together?
Yeah, we really talk to our kids about, hey, don't back down. It doesn't matter who they are or what their name is or what their record is or what color their hair is. You just got to go out and wrestle. Nobody starts with a lead. And, you can see that tonight. Like you said, there's 8 freshmen in the lineup, and they just went out and battled. Our senior went out and led the way, 2 of them. One got a major decision, one picked up a fall. So they went out and did what they were supposed to do. And, yeah, did we scout? Not really. We looked at a tournament or two of what they wrestled at, see what they'd have for a lineup. But, that lineup that they sent out tonight was completely different than the lineup they sent to a tournament last week. And, our lineup was completely different from what we started the year with. So, scouting, yes and no. You just got to go out and wrestle.
Yeah, but what's ahead for Lancaster over the next couple weeks or so?
So Friday we're headed to Boscoville for a triangular with Iowa Grant and Boscoville, so that'd be good. See them early in the year, and then we're headed to Bi-State over the 28th, 29th, and 30th. The girls are going to get an opportunity to wrestle, as well as the boys. And then it's our home invite, so on January 6th. So.
Yeah, looking forward to it. And then, of course, after we get into the new year, we'll have the Lancaster Invitational. We'll have that on our Queen Bee Radio family of stations, and looking forward to following the Lancaster program over the next couple of weeks or so. Thanks a lot for joining us, Coach. MFL MarMac coming away with the win, 45-28, but a very impressive evening for your wrestlers here for the Flying Arrows. Thanks a lot for joining us, Coach, and we'll see you down the line.
For sure.
Right,
Thanks,
Tyson.
Absolutely. Tyson Wolf,
All
head
right.
coach of the Lancaster Flying Arrows, joining us on the Culver's Cool Down post-match show. We'll take a quick break and come back. We'll recap the scoring of tonight's dual meet. Check in on the shoebox scoreboard as well. We got some updates on some of the basketball matchups in our area. We'll tell you about those coming up next. Culver's Cool Down post-match show on 97.7 Country, WGLR, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
This is Dr. Ben Muhlstein from Keeler Family Dental. My family and our Keeler Family Dental family wish you and yours all the joys of the season. We are grateful for your business in the past year and look forward to serving you in the new year. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy New Year from Cuba City Family Dental, Keeler Family Dental, and Darlington Family Dental. Keep smiling, Tri-State. Are you looking for a checking account with no monthly requirements or service charge? People's State Bank's People's Checking Account is just what you're looking for. This account includes free debit card, online and mobile banking, bill pay, and much more at no cost to you. You heard that right. No cost to you. We're your local community bank ready to serve you. People's State Bank, member FDIC.
Grant Regional Community Clinic is proud to welcome Dr. Ron White. Originally from Mount Hope, Dr. White is bringing his knowledge and expertise home to Southwest Wisconsin and will see patients at our Lancaster clinic this fall and our new Fenway location later this year. Dr. White looks forward to practicing full-spectrum family medicine and developing long-term relationships with his patients. For more information about Dr. White and to view his video, visit our website at grantregional.com. Grant Regional Community Clinic. Experience the difference.
For residential, commercial, or ag building projects, call on Wolf Construction, LLC of Lancaster. Todd Wolf and his crew pride themselves in providing full service for their customers at the highest of quality. Wolf Construction, LLC of Lancaster, proud to back our local athletes.
Post-match 2.
Culver's Cool Down Post-Match Show presented by Culver's in Dubuque, Galena, and the Platteville MFL MarMac defeats Lancaster in tonight's high school wrestling dual meet 45-28. Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school wrestling presented by Wolf Construction and Myers Heating and Cooling on 97.7 Country WGLR and on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Tyler Dictanis and Chuck Rasmussen with you from the Wolf Construction broadcast booth. Let's recap the scoring this evening, Raz, for our varsity dual matchup this evening.
All right, we started this evening off at the 175-pound weight class, and that was where we saw Logan Wolf come up with a fall in the time of 3:44 over Mason Johnson. At 190 pounds, it was Brady Lawinger, trailing 5-2 after the first period, 8-7 after the second period, and coming up with a 12-10 decision at 190 pounds. Brady Lawinger, the winner. Jackson Seipel went up at 215 pounds. Again, he's wrestled up there most of the year. Weighs about 181. Seipel had a good one tonight that he was up against. Seipel did get the takedown and a near fall, but then ended up getting pinned in 1 minute and 47 seconds. At 285 pounds, Wyatt McLean, first varsity action. He wrestles against Will Howes. Howes, a good-sized young man, makes his record now 6-1 with a fall over McLean in the first period. 106 pounds, John Lindholm in the lineup for the Flying Arrows. He comes up with a 6-0 win over Wolfgang Martins. Lindholm, a freshman for the Flying Arrows. He was followed by Will Cradwell at 113 pounds. Cradwell was taken down in the first period, got a reversal, got taken down again, another reversal, and then Cradwell with a pin in 3:34. At 120 pounds, a heck of a match between Lane Hendricks and Ryan Schrader. Hendricks with a lead 5-2 after the first, 9-4 after the second. It was 12-12 at the end of 3, and then it was Schrader coming up with a victory, 14-12. At 126 pounds, John Muldoon fell to Keith Anderson, a state qualifier last year, and the pin in the first period. Brian Best, also for the Flying Arrows, another freshman, fell in by pin in the first period to Gavin Cushman. 138, the Flying Arrows, with all their injuries in that, forfeit to tonight at 138. Devin Tidrick took on state qualifier Holden Mathis. Tidrick with a 5-0 lead after the first, 7-2 after the second, and came up with a 12-4 major decision. That made the team score at that time 33-22. Braden Lenz picks up a forfeit for the Flying Arrows at 150. Team score 33-28. Max Hendricks moves all the way up for the Flying Arrows to 157 pounds. And he falls victim to a pin in the first period, and Brady McCartney also a pin. He was pinned in the first period at 165 pounds. 45-28, our final match score.
All right, quick updates on the shoebox scoreboard as well. Lancaster boys basketball team on top of Belleville at the half, 38-35. Good matchup there. And then, as we mentioned earlier, girls basketball halftime score: Lancaster 30, Benton 11. Over on Extreme 1071 and X1071.com, Darlington on top of Fenimore at the half, 41-8. The halftime score in that one. The game that we had on ESPN Radio, AM 5090, WPVL, Galena defeated Southwestern 59-22. And another halftime score we can tell you about in boys basketball, Scales Mountain on top of Dakota at the half, 39-20. So those are some of the updates. Raz, do you still have some of the girls' results as well?
I do.
Let's talk about the ladies as well.
All
we
right,
don't
you bet.
We don't really get to see the ladies too much in action on our broadcast. So let's recap what we saw from them this evening.
Yeah, we had 7 lady matches. Well, first I'll talk to it. Aiden Spurgeon got 2 varsity reserve matches and was pinned in the first match and the second match. Extremely exciting. Spurge's not the tallest man in the world, but he ended up with one that's been he was at least a foot taller. And Spurge comes up with the fall in the second period of that match. For the ladies, Lily Vesperman for the Flying Arrows was pinned in the first period by Kennedy Bachman. The second match, Olivia Ball for the Flying Arrows comes up with a 5-1 decision over Mackenzie Bachman. Rocky Vincent comes up with a 11-2 major decision over Bailey Wood. And that was followed by a pin by Kashayla Wiest in the time of 5:15 over Kaylee Baker. Rihanna Dollar for the Flying Arrows is pinned in the second period by Audrey Ruff. And then after the varsity matches, we had two more. Kenzie Bachman for MFL came back and with a fall over Amelia Johnson. And then Olivia Ball finished things out tonight with a fall in 2:39 over Bailey Wood. So nice to see the women getting some time tonight too, and they were right there under the big spotlight just like the guys.
Yep, absolutely.
Fun night.
Really cool to see, and very glad, we kind of talked about this, even going back to last year, the rising popularity in girls wrestling. Big kudos to the WIA for sanctioning girls wrestling and the popularity of it growing, and good to see that the girls wrestling on the same stage as the guys as well. Let's quickly run down our post-match awards. Let's go with the match of the meet, brought to you by Wills Grantland Graphics, a block out the square in Lancaster. Wills offers full-service copying and printing available in wide formats for banners, posters, canvas prints, and much more. Wills Grantland Graphics off the square in Lancaster.
You can go ahead, we're fine.
I said this after the match that we are leading into, which was the second match of the meet at 190 pounds. I said follow that after Brady Lovinger getting the 12-10 decision over Caleb Zerker for MFL MarMac. It was the closest match that came topping that was a sudden victory at 120 pounds for Ryland Schrader over Lane Hendricks, but I think just the most entertaining match of the evening, that 190-pound matchup.
Yeah, we had several real good ones, and that I'm going to go with you with that match of the meet, Brady Lovinger at 190.
All right, so the 190-pound matchup, our match of the meet, brought to you by Wills Grantland Graphics to block out the square in Lancaster. Our tough man and or tough lady of the match, brought to you by Wolf Construction of Lancaster. Todd Wolf and his crew pride themselves in providing full service to their customers to the highest of quality. Wolf Construction of Lancaster. We were deciding this one, and I think the most obvious one is Devin Tidrick coming away with that victory earlier this evening against a very tough opponent from MFL MarMac.
Yeah, state qualifier last year was Hayden Mathis, and Tidrick coming up with a 12-4 major decision at 144 pounds.
All right, so that's our tough man of the match, Devin Tidrick, brought to you by Wolf Construction of Lancaster. Our Tricor Turning Point, brought to you by Tricor Insurance. Insurance plans built for you, your family, and your business. Contact Tricor Insurance today. The turning point, I think, in my view, Raz, was the match at 120 and the sequence that followed, because it was the sudden victory in overtime for Ryland Schrader over Lane Hendricks that made the team score Lancaster 18, MFL MarMac 15. And then there was a pin at 126, a pin at 132, and then a Lancaster forfeit at 138 that put the score at 33-18, and Lancaster couldn't come close after that. They got one pin, or one decision after that. That was the win by Devin Tidrick, but MFL MarMac swinging the momentum in their way off that sudden victory and kind of gave the momentum to MFL MarMac the rest of the way.
Yeah, I agree with you. Good choice.
All right, our Tricor Turning Point, again brought to you by Tricor Insurance. Insurance plans built for you, your family, and your business. Contact Tricor Insurance today. We'll take one more break and we'll close up shop from Monona, Iowa. Again, the final score, MFL MarMac 45, Lancaster 28 in tonight's high school wrestling dual meet. We'll wrap up the Culver's School Down post-match show after this on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. It was Nolan Wolf and Brady Lobinger that were those are the two wrestlers that came up, right?
Yeah, Nolan or Logan? That's Logan.
That's Logan Wolf?
Yeah, Nolan, he's out right now with a little hip injury. Logan was the defensive back on that.
Logan Wolf.
Yeah, Nolan was the quarterback.
Okay. Yep. MFL MarMac 45, Lancaster 28, the final from Monona, Iowa. And tonight's high school wrestling dual matchup, great regional health center and People's State Bank coverage of high school wrestling presented by Wolf Construction and Myers Heating and Cooling on 97.7 Country WGLR and on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Again, another high school basketball game in progress over on Extreme 107.1 Fenimore at Darlington. You can catch the remainder of that game over on the X Extreme 107.1. Coming up on Thursday, Badgers men's basketball, they take on Jacksonville State. 6 o'clock pregame, 7 o'clock tip on ESPN Radio, AM 1590 WPVL. And a couple girls basketball games. Highland at Potosi Cassville on Super Hits 106. And then Shullsburg at Belmont in a big Six Rivers West matchup. That'll be on Extreme 107.1 and on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Friday night, got a girls game between Platteville and Dodgeville. Big matchup on Extreme 107.1. In boys basketball, Cuba City travels to Fenimore on Super Hits 106. And then a monster matchup in boys basketball on Friday night, Darlington at Mineral Point. Darlington, the number 1 ranked team in Division 4. Mineral Point, last check, the number 3 ranked team in Division 4. We'll have that one right here on 97.7 Country WGLR. Thank you to both head coaches, Tyson Wolf of Lancaster, as well as Chet Bachman of MFL MarMac, as well as the entire staff at MFL MarMac. Their athletic director, Eric Peterson, getting things squared away to help us out with our radio and video streaming broadcast. Also, the principal, Larry Meyer, for the eloquent conversation about the Green Bay Packers last night. Had an airing of grievances after our Packers performance last night. So thank you to the staff here at MFL MarMac, and also thanks to Brady Lovinger and Logan Wolf for joining us for some interviews on our Culver's Cool Down post-match show. Thank you to all of our sponsors who help us bring our high school sports coverage to you, and thank you for listening on 97.7 Country WGLR FM Lancaster and watching along on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. The final score again, MFL MarMac 45, Lancaster 28 in our high school wrestling dual meet. For Chuck Rasmussen, I'm Tyler Dictanos from the Wolf Construction broadcast booth. Thanks for joining us, and good night from Monona.